Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm about to read a couple of poems out of my book, Parts of Man, The Declaration of Truth. Read a couple of my poems, why not? The first one is number 15. The smoke will be inhaled. See that? The smoke will be inhaled. Burn, yearn. It's not my concern if you fail to learn. You've been warned. It's my turn. The smoke will be burned. The residue of death, psychological theft, the leaves of hell, it won't prevail. Can't you tell? No matter what we do, the smoke will be inhaled. When the smoke clears, empty fears, empathetic tears, pathetic peers, estranged for years, rearranged. Daddies disappeared while the enemy cheers. I'm like an empty can of beer. The smoke of nature when demons are captured, controlled by this rapture in the hereafter. Every night, I end up in the same apartment, empty, alone, wishing I had someone to hold in my arms, to spend time with. Is pain and misery my destiny? Will it haunt me forever? Will it ever find true love? Someone with me to help me together? Some of these women are like black holes, sucking everything in, including your soul. They're out of control, vampires for a price. You have to pay for them to evaporate your life, to suck you dry. They're like trolls, a fist with 10 fingers, a foot with 10 toes. Don't know which way to go. Lost, confusion, society's institution, turning tricks, prostitution. That's not the solution. Temporary economic satisfaction, the subtraction of the soul, a chemical reaction you can't control. It's like a railroad with no tracks, eggshells without cracks. The point of no return, can't come back. Black holes, the legion of doom. Rent them a room, and you'll find out soon. Your Majesty, Your Highness, I don't want you to get mad at me, but your mind is in an empirical tragedy, a travesty. It's going to take a miracle to get you out of this predicament. They're digging for gold in a sewer without a shovel. The hustle, lips and thighs, hips and lies, the truth disguised. You'll get your prize. Don't be surprised, the constellation. These black holes will leave your mind froze, your heart cold. They snatched my soul and took it to bowl. When did the black women become black holes? Number 17. Number 17. The love of money. You need a Bentley to achieve her. This ain't Leave It to Beaver, but the weave and wife beater are cheaper. She's living large off the iPhone, the beeper. They turn their bodies into commodities, oddities on an odyssey. Your Majesty, your mind is in tragedy, a travesty. Everybody has a price. Anyone can take a life. They're like savages, conducting themselves like low-minded beasts. Why? For the pie in the sky? For the pie between the thighs? For the dressed up lie? Not the best up high. Common creed and philosophy capture me into this abyss. Everything is good, Satan's philosophy. A misconception, devious deception. When you associate success with foolery, ignorance with jewelry, I associate money with hard work. Money should be utilized to alleviate the pain of the psychologically brutalized. They're detrimental to society. Rootless men, toothless in a pen, thugs, known for pushing drugs and shooting slugs. Where I'm from, we don't trust people with smiles. The greasy, only for a while. He slipped up, fell off, the monkey, a junkie, somebody's flunky. It's a shame what they'll do for some money. Baby daddy dead or in prison. Instead of mourning or showing concern, she's with the next man, waiting for his turn. Thomas Jefferson is still the master, the leader, the redeemer. You're a dreamer, oh, a diva, controlled by the devil, enrolled for forever, until you get it together. Your cold shoulder is worse than the weather. I don't think we can make it. You're mentally buck naked. It's too tough for you. You can't take it. Your spirit must awaken. Don't get it mistaken for getting drunk and high. You're too drunk off lies. Kiss your future goodbye if that's what you need to get by. Number 18, Lorenzo. What's that sound? I looked up. It was Lorenzo. He was flexing that benzo. I was playing Nintendo. It was playing Pretendo. Blowing endo out the window. 26-inch wrenches, not to mention elevated suspension. His bankrolls dented, demented, gets the winches. Can you believe this? Perceive this? This dude, he achieved this. You can't dismiss this. Who is this? Be the witness. High school, he ditched it for business. Hood riches, his enemies endless. The snitches found in ditches. Let me mind my own business. They took all of his cars, all of his cash. He's left on his back with nothing. Dude came up balling, peep. Then came up missing, weep. Then learnt his lesson, deep. All his people left him, creeps. This fool is locked up without a nickel to his name, and you claiming his gang? Madness. Sun Tzu said, if a nation take a fall, it could never rise again. Sadness. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall and split his wig because he rose too high and grew too big. Silence. I'm gonna read the next one. A revolutionary pimp. Revolutionary pimp. Hold on. No. I'm gonna read number 26. A victim of time. Number 26. I retreat to this solitude, this attitude, like empty faucets when you're thirsty. My resistance is my only weapon. I'm tired of living for nothing. It's time to live for something. Taking my life into my own hands to be a man. It's time to die for something. Give life and try for something. Take this, take that, regret. And to the dreams, depressed. No fighting God. Your best bet is to humble yourself. Waiting, procrastinating, tired of existence, scared to make a difference, to succeed. Proclaim your disbelief. They're on the front porch waiting to die, waiting on their mamas to cry. Looked up, time passed them by, doing nothing. The difference between lyrics and life. We are shadows of time. Tomorrow you can be gone. 1 hour, 1 minute, only for a moment, then gone. All we have in this world is one day. It's a foregone conclusion. What's the solution? You only live once. That's your excuses. It's hard making out here alone. That's why so many people end up selling their souls to secret societies, Masons and Greeks, people and folks. You people are weak. Stand on your own 2 feet and be a man. God will send his angels to chop you down. No opportunities, couldn't find me a job. Holes in my shoes, I had to go to school. Hand-me-down clothes, can't beat no fool. We're set up to fail by design. No even playing field, we're wasting time. I can make it out here alone. Some of us don't have a choice. Stand right here and sing your song, but some of us don't have a voice. The last one I'm gonna do is this poem called The Flesh. It's the last poem I'm gonna read before I turn this thing off. Number 28, The Flesh. I woke up yearning. This feeling keeps calling. My mind keeps stalling. It keeps me from falling for the flesh. The spirit knows best. There's bigger things in this world than the flesh. Bottom line, I got things to do in the morning. I can't keep going every time the flesh pulls me. No more time. Recognize this. Everything you do revolves around the flesh. You work all week to provide for the flesh, held hostage, captivity, slavery, too many excuses. You're useless. Save me. Justify pushing poison to feed the flesh. Food, clothes, and shelter to please the flesh. Revolutionary struggles to free the flesh. Not for God, the mind or soul, just the flesh. And you're the best, needing your oppressor to feed your flesh. The original flesh, the original man. You do what you can, but don't understand that there's more to a man than just the flesh. You're a pest, begging for me for money to feed your flesh. If you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. But if you teach him to fish, he eats forever. Then there's more than the flesh that keep things together. The flesh doesn't want you. The flesh doesn't need you. The flesh could mistreat you. It's evil. Will profit the flesh when your mind is still miserable. Hair and nails, shoes and clothes, getting your flesh dressed up, neglecting your soul, judging me because of my flesh. No, because of my skin. I occupy this flesh, but I won't pretend. The flesh is a tool to be used to create and maintain and to occupy the fools. In the physical world, there is no rules. To achieve the flesh, you got to believe the flesh. It's a test. The good side and bad side of the flesh. Pleasure and pain. There's a dark side to the flesh. Disease. A moment of silence to grieve. You starve your soul, but the flesh is your nucleus. Spiritual castration. You need a vacation. It's a condition. Psychological deviation. It deceives the flesh. Don't believe the flesh. You must resist the temptation. Spiritual deprivation. Mental frustration. The flesh calls the shots for you. Manipulation. Predatory savages. Low-minded beast. 40-year-old men plotting to feast. Using their tongue to seduce the chicks. To disease their flesh. Reproducing yourself. Filthy scum, I detest. They say the good die young, where then the wicked become old men. What am I? Am I the lust that makes up the flesh? There you have it. This is my book, Parts of Man. And you can find it on my website, enigma.com. Also, you can find it on amazon.com. Let me leave a link. But definitely I'm going to read more of my literature and artwork and do more self-promotion on this social media platform known as YouTube.